Hi lovelies! Summer has officially arrived, which means it's time for some delicious frosty treats. And today I'm sharing 2 tasty ways to beat the heat, these Brownie Bowl ice cream sundaes, and my ultimate iced mochas. Now I want to send a big shout out to YouTube for sponsoring this video in celebration of YouTube Small Biz Day this coming Thursday, June 24th. As a longtime entrepreneur myself, I love supporting small businesses, and so does YouTube, which is why they're launching YouTube Small Biz Day to inspire, educate, and support small businesses with a totally unique live shopping experience. You'll get to discover amazing new companies, meet their owners, watch product demos, and most importantly, shop all live on YouTube. The big event happens this Thursday, June 24th at 9 a.m. Pacific or 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And in celebration of that, today I'm going to be sharing 3 unique products from some of the small businesses that will be featured during the event. First up, I'm going to be making these absolutely indulgent Brownie Bowl ice cream sundaes. And of course, the first step is going to be making my brownie bowls. To do this, I am going to be using Partake's amazing gluten-free and vegan brownie mix. Now, Partake was founded by Denise Woodard when she discovered that her daughter had really severe food allergies. So she quit her job as a Coca-Cola exec, sold her engagement ring, and then used the money to start Partake, a food company dedicated to making products that are gluten-free, vegan, and free of the top 8 food allergens. How amazing is that? Now, after being rejected by 86 investors, Denise finally found one and became the first woman of color to be awarded $1 million for a food startup. Talk about tenacity. Now, in addition to her delicious line of pre-baked cookies, she also produces a baking mix perfect for things like pancakes and waffles, and a brownie mix, which is what we're going to be using today. You could do this with really any brownie mix you wanted to, or you could even make homemade brownies if you have a recipe that you love, but you guys know I am all about keeping things in the kitchen simple. So that's what I've opted to do today. I've got my brownie mix standing by, and here I've got a muffin tin that I've greased really well. It's super important to grease your muffin tin liberally here because of course we don't want our brownie bowls to stick. Next, I'm just going to use an ice cream scoop to scoop my brownie mix into each of my muffin cups, and I'm looking to get them maybe about 2/3 of the way full. Brownies don't have that same kind of lift that traditional cupcakes do, so you don't have to worry about them so much overflowing. I like this brownie mix especially because it's got some chocolate chips in it. Extra chocolate is always a-okay in my world. And that's really it. As soon as we've got our batter in our muffin tin, we can go ahead and get this into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for between 20 and 25 minutes or until these are just set. When they come out of the oven, it's really important to work quickly while they're still warm. And I'm just going to be taking a shot glass, or the bottom of any small glass will do. I've just greased my shot glass a little bit to prevent it from sticking. And I'm gonna stick it right in the center and just sort of roll it like this. What I wanna do is just pack that brownie goodness down around the edges and in the bottom, and that's gonna leave room for my ice cream. And you can see the brownies are still nice and soft and tender because they haven't completely set yet. Now I wanna let these cool completely in the refrigerator so they're nice and chilled. And then when it's time to construct my sundaes, I'm just going to fill each cup with some ice cream. I'm using vanilla here, but of course the sky is the limit when it comes to your sundae toppings. Then I'll top these with a little bit of chocolate sauce, some whipped cream, and a cherry for good measure. Come on guys, can you seriously think of a more decadent way to welcome the summer season? Absolutely delicious. Now, if you're anything like me and you like to wash your dessert down with a little bit of coffee, then you are in luck because we're going to be whipping up a batch of my amazing creamy iced mochas, and they're simple to prepare, but they are oh so delicious and bursting with amazing coffee flavor. So in my blender, I have got some ice, and to that, I'm going to be adding some chilled coffee. Now in this recipe, I'm using Progeny coffee. Progeny is this absolutely amazing coffee company that aims to improve the livelihoods of coffee farmers in Colombia by basically giving back the extra income generated by eliminating the middleman and bridging the gap between consumers and the farmers themselves. Plus, the coffee is really, really good. And for you connoisseurs out there, there's all kinds of flavor profiles to choose from. Now, in this case, I am using a nice strong brew. So I brewed my coffee and then let it chill in the refrigerator until it's nice and cold. And I'm just going to pour it right into my ice, like so. Next to this, I want to add some really creamy texture. So I'm going to be adding some vanilla ice cream straight into my blender. It's kind of like a coffee milkshake. To add a little hit of chocolate to get that mocha flavor happening, I am using some chocolate syrup. Good old-fashioned chocolate syrup, like the kind you pour over a sundae, like the ones we just made. Once all of that yumminess is in my blender, I like to add just one more small splash of vanilla extract to that to really bring out that vanilla flavor, which in turn makes that chocolate flavor even more intense. Then I'm just going to pop the lid on my blender and give this all a whirl. Oh my gosh, this already smells amazing. It's frosty, frothy, ultra creamy. And honestly, guys, this stuff is ready to be enjoyed immediately. I like serving it with a little bit of whipped cream and some chocolate drizzle because come on, we've gone this far. Why not go all the way? And I promise you, this is just one of those drinks you are going to be loving all summer long. Now finally, guys, I am serving all of this deliciousness up on my amazing wine and cheese set, courtesy of a Toronto-based company called Chop Value. And I absolutely love Chop Value. They basically create these amazing wood products using recycled chopsticks. In fact, they've transformed more than 33 million chopsticks into products like desks and cutting boards, and even these gorgeous building blocks that my daughter Elle is totally obsessed with right now. How cool is that? So these are just a few companies that are going to be featured at YouTube Small Biz Day this coming Thursday, and I hope you will check it out for yourselves, guys. Thanks again to YouTube for sponsoring this video, and to learn more about these awesome companies and tons of other small businesses, you can visit the YouTube Small Biz Day Hub. The link is in the description box. And don't forget to save the date, Thursday, June 24th at 9 a.m. Pacific or 12 p.m. Eastern, where you'll be able to shop live and support small businesses across North America. As always, guys, all of the recipes from today's video are in the description box below. You can find them there. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.